So, are narcissists attracted to losers or weak people, or are they attracted to strong, independent people? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about who are narcissists attracted to, for the most part. Give or take a little bit. Stay tuned, like, and subscribe.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but narcissists are not attracted to losers. They are attracted to powerful.
So that is true for the most part, y'all. And if you're new here, I'm actually a clinically diagnosed narcissist. You do get a lot of people who think that narcissistic people are attracted to weak people and whatnot, because at the end of a relationship with a narcissistic person, you might not look as strong as you once were. You might not look as powerful as you once were. But narcissistic people, especially like myself, I do like strong, independent people. I do like people who don't necessarily need me. And some narcissists like a challenge. They don't like people who just roll over and just take everything that they dish out. So originally, it might have been your strength that attracted the narcissistic person to you. You might also have been a strong, vulnerable person going through grief or loss or something like that. But narcissistic people me personally, don't like what some people would consider a weak person. Kind of like the bigger you are, the harder you fall type mindset sometimes, y'all. So welcome back, folks. Yes. So in that circumstance right there, she said narcissists are not attracted to losers. They're attracted to strong people. Yeah. So for the most part, I would say some narcissistic people are attracted to people. You know, some narcissistic people, it really just depends on the person, y'all. I wouldn't say losers per se, like bummy type people, but a lot of narcissists are attracted to people who are going to make them look good in some way, shape, or form. You might make me look good financially. You might make me look good emotionally. You might make me look good physically, but you make me look good in some way. You know, it's not a one-sided type of dynamic. You make me look good. Like a lot of narcissists, y'all, this might shock you, but a lot of narcissistic people are attracted to strong people, like CEOs, like strong people, like people with degrees, smart people, you know, just people in positions of power. Some narcissists seek that out. Yeah, it could. I know people will say, well, because it's a challenge. Yeah, it's a challenge, but it's just a sign of like strength for that narcissistic person. Like you are in this position of life right now, right? Like you are in this position of life that you're in, and I got you. And everybody, so many other people want you. And I might only want you because other people want you. Not because I love you or care about you. I might only want you because other people want you. And I got you. That makes me look better. That makes me feel better. And if you're in a position of power, and this is the crazy thing about this right here, y'all. If you're in a position of power, if you're a strong person, so to speak, and whatnot, and you're dealing with a narcissistic person, they try to strip that from you. Not just outright, some of them will outright try to strip it from me. Some of them will just like, hey, I know you have this super powerful position and you're super successful, but when you're in a relationship with me, we don't need that. So you need to be a stay-at-home parent, or you need to quit your job because I don't like your boss, or you need to give your company up because of this, that we're transitioning in life and I need you to support me. They will try to strip that from you. You know, if it's not benefiting them, the same things that attract them repel them. You see what I'm saying? It's just like the same things that attract the narcissistic person, they end up not hating you for, they end up resenting you for. They end up like, they hate how you make them feel about themselves, you know? So the same thing that attracts them is what they end up, they turn around, they flip around and don't like about you. And that is, yeah, I know that sounds absolutely insane, because it is absolutely insane. That's a good analogy right there, y'all, because these little bugs, whatever, they attracted to the light. They like the light, but they don't like the light because what happens, what the light ends up doing to them, you know, the same thing that attracts them repels them. They like the light, but they end up going away from it because they hit this screen and whatnot. Or I smack them. You mean? I'm not trying to harm them. I'm trying to get them away. Shoot fly, blow them away. But that you get into that space right there, y'all. That's part of it right there. That is a part of it. That is a piece of it. You know, just in that mindset, just in that dynamic, in that unique space. So I tell people, like, they don't go. I don't think people, if people see you boohoo crying, like they go after vulnerable people. You can be, I know people are gonna say losers. They go after, you can be a vulnerable person. You can be in a vulnerable state. Like you just going through a divorce, you're unhappy at home, somebody in your family passed away. They'll go after your vulnerability is what attracts a lot of narcissistic people. Not weakness. It's your vulnerability. It's your ability to be open. Your vulnerability attracts and repels that narcissistic person. They are attracted to your ability to be vulnerable, but they hate the fact that you are able to be they hate the fact that you're able to be vulnerable. That is, it's just a very unique space mentally to be in when you're dealing with a narcissistic person. Like, yeah, they'll tell, and y'all, the crazy about it is, they'll tell you what they are attracted to about you. And then a few weeks, a few months, a few years later, that same type of stuff that they told you they're attracted to, they was like, oh, I don't really like that. You know, your strength, but you can be a strong person at a vulnerable time. And they're just like, you can be a strong person at a vulnerable time in your life, and that will just get you caught up. Just absolutely caught up, absolutely destroyed. That will absolutely just mess with you in a lot of these situations. So you have to be prepared as a person dealing with a narcissistic person to understand that this is how the mind works sometimes, y'all. This is how the mind of a narcissistic person works. Like, if they are just consistently attacking you for what they said they loved about you, then they could be narcissistic. I'm not saying that they're diagnosable narcissists, but they could be toxic and narcissistic. You mean, you don't have to be a full diagnosed narcissist, y'all, to be toxic as hell. I think people are just like, oh, no, diagnosed. I get it though, y'all. I understand the dynamic, I understand the space that people are in. But that's part of it, y'all. Dealing with a narcissist is tough. Being in a relationship with a narcissistic person is tough. But like I said, who are they attracted to? They're attracted to the vulnerability. They're attracted to the strength, but they turn around and don't like it later on. The same thing that they just like, oh, I love this about you. They flip it around and just be like, you know what? I don't necessarily, I lied to myself. I'm not necessarily attracted to this stuff anymore. You know. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into another episode. Short and sweet to the point, y'all. Thank you for tuning into another episode. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, y'all. And of course, mental illness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video, y'all. I am truly, eternally grateful for every single one of y'all that support the channel in any way, shape, or form. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that we can reach more people, to help more people. The self-love brand is available. I'm strong. I love me. It's a self-love brand. The self-love journal is available on Amazon as well to help you rebuild that self-love and identity, during the toxic relationship. Also, look into joining the channel memberships to get more behind the scenes perks and things like that, y'all. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Thanks.